Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, guys. Good afternoon.
We
Well,
Hi
we
everyone.
are we are doing here a test to go live. Let's see if we manage to connect all this. And we are going live on YouTube and
yep.
on Portugal Unplugged Facebook group simultaneously. So this should be broadcasting on Portugal Unplugged group from now onwards. And welcome, guys. Thank you for joining in this very hot day. In fact, Sergio, you made a great post about the heat waves. But in fact, our main purpose today is to test this multi-platform broadcast. So we are live both on Facebook and on YouTube, and we would like really to get your insights if you're watching. So if you are being able to watch us either on Facebook or on YouTube, leave the comments because we are testing this new platform to see how the things are going. And this is all for you. So we really want you to keep following what we've been doing around here, keeping people informed about what's going on in Portugal. So that's why we've been investing in all these new technologies. So about the heat and about the topic of today. Sergio, do you have something to say
Lionel,
about this?
before
Well,
we keep going, I'm not seeing us on Facebook. I'm
Let me
following here on
see. Let
my laptop. On
Yeah,
Facebook, it's not broadcasting.
let me see over here.
Yeah. Well, that's why we are here today, right? To test.
Yes, of course. So we are testing, but supposedly it should be. But I'm showing up as live in here, so it tells me I'm live. And yes, technically it's showing up as live, but for okay. Now it is now it is broadcasting, but it's not appearing as immediate posts for some reason. But let me just do some checks over here.
we're
Yeah,
live.
these are the delays. These are the delays of the platforms, unfortunately.
Nope, we're live. I can see
We are
us on.
live
Yep.
on
You can see
Facebook,
it there.
right? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has a little delay. So from what I had been testing, it has a little delay, unfortunately. But
Let me see. I think it takes a bit more time to arrive in the Algarve. It's a
yeah,
long trip. it, it's a long trip.
yeah,
It's too hot in the Alentejo. We have to go slowly. Well,
yeah.
not
The
yet.
the the s- the signal, the
Yeah, everyone
signal
is doing
might
a
be.
bit of a siesta. Even the signal is taking a quick nap, an afternoon nap.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not yet.
I can definitely see that we have something like a 10-ish second delay
Yeah,
between us
I
speaking and then seeing us live.
I tested that and I realized that exactly that we are having delays. Okay, but let me refresh over here. It's that's why we are testing this because of course we need to assess how the things are going.
Well,
But
and this
yes, I.
also is the perfect opportunity for people to have a bit of an insight about the backstage of what we do over here at Portugal Unplugged. So
Well, keep
everything
keep keep on while I do all of the technical checks over here.
yeah. So yeah, well, we decided to do a bit of a testing today, and also, well, talk a little bit about the weather because, as you mentioned previously, before people could see us over here on Facebook. We were going to just give a quick heads up about the weather. I posted late last week about, or early this week, don't exactly recall when it was, but about the upcoming heat wave that we are going to experience over here in Portugal. And let me start by saying this: this is actually not unusual weather. for Portugal. It's just that it's within what is typical for the country. Over here in Maya, where I live, it's going to creep up until it reaches 36 Celsius. So that's going to be a little bit over 102 Fahrenheit. Good thing that I have the AC running again. So I had a bit of a hiccup over the last couple of days, but it's all sorted out. But yeah, this kind of weather is not unheard of, is not unusual over here in Portugal. And if people think that the weather is pretty stable over here, that, well, we have mild winters and not too hot summers, well, sometimes we have these outliers that spike a little bit. We have heat waves, we have cold snaps as well. It's very common, but it's not something out of the ordinary. The reason why I created that post is just to let people know that, well, the temperature is going to increase probably a little bit more than what they were expecting, not something that is unusual, but because it's going a little bit higher than, well, what most people expect, people should take precautions. That's the main takeaway of my post earlier this week. So drink lots of water, look for places that have AC. Yeah, basically, like I wrote, drink like it's your job, and don't neglect the electrolytes as well, because for people who are less tolerant to heat, you're going to be sweating a lot, you're going to lose water, you're going to lose electrolytes, and if you don't recover both, that can put you in a pickle. So it's not just about rehydration, it's also about electrolyte balance. As for the activities, well, try not to exert yourself, take lighter meals, enjoy lighter meals, fresh seafood, some salads over here in Portugal. Gabriel, lots of water. Well, I've already went through
Oh
mine,
yeah,
which is barely
yeah.
a liter, so I have to fill it up again.
I drank over 2 liters today. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, well, and obviously there are some behaviors that one needs to observe. And well, I can tell you that from my balcony over here, I can actually see two active fires towards the north, some 20, so 12, 13 miles away from where I live. And I can see two active fires, and they're big. They already have helicopters and Canadairs are flying over there. So, yeah, definitely people should be aware of those behaviors, not to do any fires. Be careful with cigarette butts. Make sure that you probably put them out, and just don't risk it. I know that it's a bit of a chronic situation that we have over here in Portugal. Every single year we deal with big forest fires, but it doesn't have to be that way, particularly because the vast majority of the forest fires that we have over here, they have some sort of human involvement, either by accident, negligence, or sometimes even arson. That's the reality of it. So, yeah, it's a bit of a heat wave because it's a little bit warmer than what it typically is for this time of the year. It's not an unusual temperature, and but it still deserves a little bit of an observation.
I think, Sergio, I think it's more. I was watching the the forecasters this morning, the weathermen, and it's more about the length too. It's gonna last many days. So because sometimes we can handle like 2 3 days, very hot days, but then day after day, our body starts feeling, not just our body, all our mind, everything. So it's very important to stay away from the heat as much as we can, and if we can't, definitely drinking lots of water, avoiding alcohol. I know cold beer feels good, but it's not the best because it doesn't hydrate as water. Also, trying to avoid the heavy meals. So trying to eat more light, like for instance, nowadays we are eating more fish and salads, so not so much heavy. Avoiding to go out. For instance, today is my day off. Let me see. See, I just turned my haircon there. It's booming there. So, well, while I'm inside, I can keep my body colder because I struggle a lot with the heat too. But it's not just me. I notice everyone, even the animals. When we look a dog, or I mean, if we see any kind of Serengeti documentary, we don't see the lions hunting during the day, so they stop under the tree and they barely move. So we need to be very aware about this too. But of course, many of us, we have to work. Today I have a day off, but I'm going to work for the next few days. I'm a bit worried because Sunday we're going to reach somewhere inland. So I'm checking here 42, 43. Of course, a bit less by the coastline, but still 36, 38. And then throughout the night, it's going to be very warm too. So we have to be very careful about this. I always try I always try to help my guests because sometimes it looks like they don't want to drink so much water because they are so excited. But I push them to, okay, now you got to drink. If you don't drink, I'm not going to allow you to go into the van because they know you need to drink water. Otherwise, people, they can feel bad. Well, in the meantime, guys, I'm checking here and I'm seeing on Facebook, Vitor, thank you very much for your comment. Well, I think it's working so far. Lunel, what do you have
Well,
to say,
yes, I
my
was.
friend?
While you were chatting and I was hearing, I was testing here a few things. So we might need to use one or another workaround, but it's not problematic. But meanwhile, it seems that it is working. We are live with some delays. Now it shows finally on my chronology the live post in here. So for my side it took a little bit longer, so it seems, but the platforms are tested and it seems to be running, although I always have a slight workaround to use over here. So I think that for the first tests this is kind of working, and it just needs an extra few steps on the setup. We had, as some of you might remember, we had a lot of trouble with the lives on Facebook. That's why we went to YouTube. But now it seems like we are managing to connect both platforms at the same time, and pretty much we will make this work even with a few extra steps. But I really think that we might be able to go back to Facebook Lives again to engage more with our community. And by the way, thank you to everybody that has been joining. The group has been growing, and we had some recent news here on the group that are even bringing people from other areas and from different languages. And yes, I think that for the first test trial, it's up and running. So I've been working on this, but I think that for now we might have found a solution that suits our needs, and it's working.
I think so. We just need to be a bit patient at the beginning. There will be some kind of a delay. Maybe we're going to put some background music or we're going to dance or showing some folk or something. I'm just kidding
No,
now. But yeah, as soon as, if we, I think I just waited like
yeah,
2 minutes and then it was running on Facebook too. So,
yeah,
well, I'm quite happy with the experience and I hope this going to solve our technical issues.
Yep.
yeah.
Well,
I do.
like
So
Borat would say, great success.
let me just check something over here. Meanwhile, as we are all live over here, so I'm gonna see if this is connecting. Yes, so the comments on YouTube are appearing on my studio, and the Facebook comments, we need to keep going with them on the Facebook comments. But for now, it
Well,
seems to be up and running. So.
and Lionel, I just noticed now, and I think it's important too. I mean, because I know some people sometimes they are working, they can't listen, but they can read the subtitles.
Yeah, on Facebook, yes, you
On
can
Facebook,
activate
yes,
the captions,
the
live
captions,
captions.
yeah, the captions, yeah.
You just take the sound down, and you can have the captions. And now, as we just talking,
Okay, so
no, on YouTube we cannot put the closed captions, at least from what
no,
I
but the
see over here.
captions they still running even with sound, which is nice. But I know that sometimes people they are working, or I mean, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell people to stop working while watching us, but it's a good thing to have the captions. Actually,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. It's always improving. So and that's why we've been working. We really
Well,
want to help our community
man,
members,
now it's
and
time.
this
Now it's time to broadcast more and more. We're gonna be popular.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
That's it.
Yeah, the next step will to be to create our own channel on cable TV network and unplugged live TV, so that kind of stuff,
Exactly.
and everybody will go Portugal unplugged. So
Definitely.
that's
Yep.
what it is. Okay,
Guys,
guys.
great chat.
Well,
Nice success over here, I would
yeah,
say.
I do think so. Yes,
Okay, so we'll be back on Monday
on
for
Monday.
real, nine
Sure.
sessions,
Yep.
9:30.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope Portugal don't play at 9:30 on Monday. I mean, we need to
Mhm.
overcome Croatia first, but let's see.
Yeah.
Just kidding,
Well, but
Yeah.
let's let's make this work. And thank you for watching. Thank you, Vitor, for your comments.
Yeah, but great
To
help.
let us know that things were working. And Monday. And thank you guys for joining on this trial test of the new
Bye bye,
platforms.
guys.
See
Our
you.
Keep
pleasure.
up the good
Bye.
work. See you on Monday. Bye bye.
Monday.
Bye.